was an early morning flight to Seattle. I hadn't slept much. I had a bad habit of staying up too late watching TV. Everything was fine at the airport. Security was slow but uneventful. I found my gate no problem and grabbed a coffee about 45 minutes before boarding. It's when the flight crew showed up that I started to see strange things. The flight attendant who greeted me as I stepped onto the plane was smiling, but the skin on his face was sagging like it was being melted. I stared with wide eyes, and I looked around and nobody seemed to notice but me. Maybe I was just too tired and seeing things. I was so tired I didn't care to question anything. When I arrived at my seat, I dozed off right away. The plane shook violently as I woke up. Immediately, I knew something was wrong. The lighting of the plane had changed from a cool daylight to the yellow flicker of a flame. I looked outside the window, and all I could see was black smoke. Then we exited the cloud, and I saw the desolate landscape below. The land was red, like some photos I've seen of the surface of Mars. Rivers of lava cut through the landscape, and black smoke poured up from cracks in the planet's surface. What the hell was going on? I looked at the passenger next to me, and my heart almost stopped. He was a middle-aged man, and he was covered in his own blood. His throat had been slit open, and a trickle of blood was still dripping onto his collar. There was a woman next to him, and she had been executed and left to bleed to death in the same manner. I screamed as I struggled to undo my seatbelt. Once I was free, I climbed out of my seat. The dead hands of the passengers next to me almost seemed to grab at me. I ran down the aisle, and every person on the plane had been killed in the same gruesome way. Surely someone was still flying. I sprinted to the front of the plane, brushing up against the dead arms of the aisle seat passengers. There I found the cockpit door open. As I entered, the pilot turned around. He had yellow eyes and skin that was melting from his face. A long tongue protruded from his mouth between rows of sharp, bloody teeth. I stepped back and bumped into someone behind me. I turned around to see another demon. He was holding a blade sparking with electricity, and he stabbed me in the gut. Everything went dark. Now I'm sitting here in a jail cell at some airport. They say I went berserk and tried to attack the pilot on my flight, and they had to subdue me with a taser. It all felt so real, and now I don't know what to believe.